Okay, it is what, about 6 o'clock in the morning in Cheyenne, Wyoming, or just east of Cheyenne, Wyoming. I was in Fort Collins, Colorado this morning, and posting this video about Ford F-150 with the Ecoboost in it. Currently pulling a Sport Trek 334 Touring Edition, which comes in at about 8,200 pounds dry weight. With that being said, this is a 2012 F-150 with the Ecoboost. Got the 355s on here, completely stock, have not done anything to it. As you can see, currently getting about 10.3 miles per gallon. Okay, and as you can see, out in Wyoming, got no crosswinds, so not bad. Did hit a few crosswinds when we were going into Fort Collins a couple days ago, but you know, not bad. Got the equalizer 4-point sway control on here. If you look up the specs on the 334 Sport Trek, I know I'm going to get bashed for this, but this trailer's 37 feet long. With that being said, I did install airlift airbags on this truck, and I ran the valve right by the fuel cap, and I run about 35 to 40 pounds of pressure in it when the camper's hooked up. But other than that, it's been flawless. If you look at this, I'm going to scroll down. We go to trip B. As you can see, we've been on the road for 3 weeks, and we've put on roughly 4,100 miles. Now, some of those miles are driving without the camper on there, but majority of these miles, 95% of the miles, are going down the interstate or some of these back roads with this camper. Now, with that being said, we left the Chicago metropolitan area and we made our way to Glacier National Park in Montana. Okay, Montana. Stayed up there for a few days and made our way down to Yellowstone National Park for a few days. Left Yellowstone National Park, made our way down to Grand Teton National Park. From there we left, and what else? Oh yeah, we went to Fort Collins, and that's where we're leaving now, is Fort Collins, Colorado, because we yesterday we spent the day at Rocky Mountains National Park. With that being said, this thing is fantastic, right? Would you say it's good?
Very good.
It's very good. I have it in tow haul mode. I leave it in automatic mode. I really never change it out of automatic mode. Some of them grades, hey buddy, what would you say some of them grades were? Like 6 to 7%?
Yeah.
Going into Montana?
Oh yeah.
Especially when we were going towards Grand Teton. 6 to 7% grades that went on for, I don't know, a few miles.
Yeah, probably 30 to 50.
Yeah, like especially when we got, what was it, I-15 north of Helena, Montana. Those were some steep hills, and the lowest this thing ever went down to was 3rd gear. And when it did go into 3rd gear, we were actually accelerating up the hill. I had to actually take my foot out of it. Now, when we started up, the truck had 50, what did we start up with? 58, 59,000 miles. So as you can see now, we're at 63,000 miles. But this thing has been absolutely flawless.
Premium gas.
Oh, that's right. My wife just reminded me, I have been running premium gas and top tier premium gas. If you look up toptier.org, that'll tell you what that's about. So I've been stopping at the Sinclairs or the Conicos, or another station out here called Cenex, C-E-N-E-X, and running their premium gas, all top tier, and truck's been running really good. So if I scroll down again, I'm in Wyoming right now, and fuel economy, I am at 10.4 miles per gallon, and I'm pulling 37 feet of trailer with a dry weight of 8,200 pounds, but we do pack very light, so hasn't been an issue. The wind hasn't really been an issue, except for a few times we got some crosswinds. If I scroll around this way, I'm going to hand the camera off to my kid back there. You want to... Well, there's the camera right there. There's the trailer. So I'm going to give it to him. You want to put the camera on the trailer back there? Get a good view of the trailer. Going into a construction zone right now, so I'm trying to weave it around here. So go back around. All right, now bring it back to me. All right. So we're back here. We're down to one lane in each direction. Here's my trailer. A couple tips I can give you is make sure you're running what's up? Full pressure in all your tires. The tires on the trailer call for 65 psi. I am running 65 psi in all 4 tires. Now the truck itself, I think the door tells you 35 or 37 psi, something like that. And by the way, these are 4 brand new tires I had put on here shortly before we left. These are what, Michelin LTX MS. Now these are not light truck tires, so to speak. They're not, I think light truck tires have to be at 65 psi or something like that. These are your typical Michelin LTX MS's, 20-inch tire, and I have these things inflated to maximum pressure, which on the sidewall says 44 psi, and that has made a huge difference with any sidewall flex in the sidewalls. So if you're going to pull, make sure that you put maximum air in your tires. Read the sidewall, see what it says, and fill them up to the max. When we get back home, I'm going to go back to Discount Tire and have them bring them back down to 35 psi or whatever it is the door calls for. But other than that, this thing is stock. I do have a CB in here because I like to monitor what's going on, although it's been very quiet. And I'll show you a video on the outside here soon. You want to pause that for me? All right. We're in Nebraska now, and a couple things I wanted to touch on before people go nuts with the comments. Number one, what's the speed limit out here? I think it's an 80-mile-an-hour speed limit. I never exceed, I'm not going to say never, because there's times when we were getting ready to climb, I would take it up to close to 70 miles right before we went up a steep grade. But other than that, cruising speed, about 62 miles an hour in this thing. I know the speed limit's 80. I'm in no hurry. We're on vacation. We're out here on the road for 3 weeks. It's been 62 miles an hour. I don't know if you could tell right there. Let me see if I hit that. Again, 10.4 miles per gallon average since we left Fort Collins, Colorado. And let's see, it just downshifted. But if you look, I don't know if you could tell, we are climbing right now. I am climbing a little bit of a hill here. Where we at? Bushnell, Nebraska. Bad roads. It's a little bumpy around here. But for the most part, it stays under 2,000 RPM. You can't really see in the mirror, but we are climbing. And there's the crest coming up right. Well, I think it's a crest. But one thing I do have to clarify is that I've got nothing in the bed of the truck. The bed of the truck is empty. I have nothing back there. Everything for the most part is in the camper, but I can't stress enough, before it gets lit up, we pack light. We don't carry any water with us in the tanks, nothing in the gray tanks, nothing in the black tanks. We go to full hookups to the KOAs, and we dump the hot water tank and everything right before we leave. So the only thing that we really have on here, besides our clothes and our food, we use styrofoam, paper plates, the pots and pans. Everything that she's bought for this thing has been light, right? Very light. We buy everything for the inside of the camper with weight in mind. I do have to say one thing though. I drive commercially, okay? Because people are, I know that this board's going to get lit up saying that's way too much truck. That's way too much trailer for that truck. This EcoBoost, and this is a 2012, pulls this trailer absolutely effortlessly. I have to say this truck has absolutely no problem pulling this trailer. And I've got to say it's 8280 dry. We do have propane on here. So, you know what? Say we're pushing close to 9,000 pounds, 37 feet long, 355 rear end. It's got the 3.5 Eco, completely stock, and I'm telling you, it absolutely no problem. Again, I do have to say I did put the Airlift 5000 airbags on here, which are fantastic. Got the equalizer hitch. I do drive commercially, and I do pull triple trailers for a living. So I'm used to pulling over 100 feet of trailer, and triple trailers for that matter. So this doesn't really bother me. It doesn't get to me. I do have to say, a couple times we did hit some strong crosswinds, and all I did was slow it down. You know, again, we're on vacation. I'm in no hurry. As you can see, it kind of leveled out here, but it looks like it's going to climb again down there a little bit. And I'm in 6th gear. Going west towards Montana, what were we getting? About 8.5 miles to the gallon?
9.2.
But again, you're going west, so you're going into the wind. So, but overall, average on trip B here, over to 4,100 miles, has been 10.8 miles per gallon average. And here I'm getting ready to get passed up by, what's that, a Denali HD pulling the trailer. Again, no sway, no getting pushed over. There's no semis passing me. If not, I'd show you a picture of that. But this thing's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And we're getting another one, right? The day we go to trade this thing in. Probably take it to about 95,000 miles, trade it in. And probably, I like the King Ranch. Not really a fan of the Platinums, because this is an Alaria, and it has absolutely everything you could think of. I can't really, I mean, the lighted cup holders, you could keep it. I don't really care. Got the WeatherTechs in here, the bed rug, out back. Yeah, it's just great. The thing I don't like about the Platinums is they have those folding the steps to get into the truck, and I just don't like those. I like the stationary step. I like the way it looks, and I don't know, just all that electric. That's the CB there. I'm just thinking that it's just something to go wrong, especially near Chicago with all the salt and the snow. I could see them freezing up. I could be wrong, but either way, I like the way the truck looks with the stationary running boards. I don't like the running boards tucked up underneath the truck, the electric ones. So we'll probably look at another Lariat, again with the EcoBoost. Right? Yeah, I got the tonneau cover on here. Got the Truxedo Low Pro. But that's about it for now. Get back.